Good afternoon, my plus size fashionistas, and as promised, we are going to do our tutorial on how to measure ourselves for online shopping. I want to show you some examples before we get into it, and I want to encourage you to not get stuck on the number size, but do what the measurements tell you to do. We're going to look at the measurements, and unfortunately, because it's online and not in store, you can't go on how it feels to you or on you until it gets to your home, but also use that as well. Okay, so let's begin. Let's start. Bathing suits. Bathing suits for plus size women, maybe for all women, I'm not sure, but for plus size women can be difficult to measure and tell if it's going to be a good fit for you. Some clues that I like to use while they give you the pattern and the features and all that other stuff, I like to look at the bust size, the waist size, and the hip size, and that's how we're going to measure. Also, an important feature to look at is what the materials are. 82% nylon, that's a good sign that it's pretty stretchy and pretty flexible, and it gives us some room. And if it's made in America, if it's imported, be careful, because Americans, we're just generally bigger than everybody else, not just plus size women, but Americans in general were just bigger. And so if it's imported from somewhere like China or India, you have to know that the measurements are smaller and that their people are smaller, so that makes a big difference. So the last thing I wanted to show you is when we say bust, waist, and hip, look at where the bust line is, look at this chart where the waistline is, and look at where the hip line is. Why are we not concerned about the shoulders and sleeves and length? Because you're not building the dress, you're not sewing the dress, you just want to know if it'll fit you. So that's where you want to measure. So let's put it into action. So I've already looked on her tag, and this dress is 96% polyester, which is like a faux cotton, right? So we know it has more flexibility and it is a little bit bigger. We are going to use our inches side and not our centimeters, but the centimeters are the small numbers and the inches are the bigger numbers. But if something is in centimeters, you might want to measure the centimeters and compare it to your inches.